Hey guys, I hope everyone's having a good day. I wanted to share this book with you. I don't know if you've ever watched that show Grimm, but I used to be so obsessed with it. And so I ordered the book years ago when the show was on air. And I thought it would be fun just to go back and look at some of the spooky creatures and the supernatural investigations that he had to do during the show. So he was the detective, and I know it's a weird kind of concept, but it's kind of cool. So everything that he investigated was based on the Grimm fairy tales. And this is the book from that show, and I thought it would be cool to look at it. I know he was a werewolf. I'm not really sure, but I can't remember exactly if they were some kind of creature, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to look at it and see. Haven't looked at it in so long. I thought it would be fun to share it with you guys, because you know I love spooky stories. And some of these are in different languages, so I'm probably not going to be able to read some of them, but we can look at it. And based on this, it looks like there's some kind of sacrifice maybe going on. So it looks like little children. Oh, okay. Let's see. Maybe it's all connected right here. Let's see. I can read this to you. It says, this is kind of like a journal. The 30th of October, the year 1692, a village woman has come to me telling me of a weeping woman responsible for kidnapping her son. She says that the same thing has happened several times before. Supposedly, the melancholy wife will take 2 or more children by, what's that say? By All Souls Eve. I have been unable to figure out what kind of the Weeping Willow Woman is. I only know that she is up to me, that it is up to me alone to keep the village children safe under my protection. So this is, I guess, the La Llorona story, where she kidnaps children because she drowned her children. And this one says, October 31st, 1760, 3 children were abducted from their parents a few days before All Saints' Day. All the parents said that they saw was a crying woman leading the children down river. These innocents were found drowned on the eve of All Saints' Day, their lives lost to the river's embrace. Yep, La Llorona. That's what I figured. It says 3 children were taken from the village on All Saints' Eve. The man pulled their bodies from the river, all of them drowned. Ooh, look at her face. So scary. I wonder why she killed her children. Do you guys know this story? I don't know exactly why she killed her children. But now she tries to take other people's children for her own. Okay. This looks kind of weird. like he's some kind of goat-looking creature, maybe. He has horns. It's in a different language, so I can't read that. Rough translation. Let's see. Rough translation. Note on the Walled Cities Council. Herewith is laid down the book of law, code of honor, a set of fundamental principles to ensure the safety of the whole Wesson community. So the animal debate how they might drive the robbers out, and at something on the idea, I don't know, it looks like some kind of weird animal council meeting. They all look like pigs. They have pig faces on some of these, and I mean, they're just all different. That one looks like a goat, but that one looks like a pig, and they all look weird. So, ooh, he looks really scary. So I would be very curious to know if anyone has heard of any of these legends, because, you know, legends come from somewhere. You don't just, you know, come up one day with all of this creepy stuff. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, that's who that is. Rumpelstiltskin. Okay. I'm so glad some of this is in English so we can read it. Remember Rumpelstiltskin? He tricked the lady into giving her his firstborn child. Her firstborn. Let's see. That looks weird too. So they all look like some kind of animal-human hybrid. I don't know the language. It says, Death stood behind him and said, follow me, the hour of your departure from this world has come. So that looks like the plague. Looks like maybe the plague was happening. I don't know. The Wendigo. Ooh. That's a scary story, the Wendigo. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. So Wendigos are said to take the shape of anything, like animals, humans. Yeah, so that's scary. Let's see. I'll try to read some of it if I can. It says April the 5th, 1759. Let's try to read this part. It says, I soon learned these terrifying beasts are not myths. I came upon the cave of the Wendigo with human remains having been the scene of many murders and cannibalistic acts. Ooh. Okay. And there he is eating a heart. Oh, that one looks like a wasp. Like a wasp man. And hybrid. It's scary looking. Ooh. Mark of the Hexen Beast. Mark of the Hexen Beast. A Hexen Beast mark can be found under the tongue in both human form and morphed form. So they're checking her for the mark. Hexen Beast. So is that like a witch? Here's what this says. The Hexen Beasts were attacked. The Hexen Beasts had to be distracted to be infected with apparitions. I don't know. I can't really read it. It's really scary. There's another bee, the queen bee. The queen bee. Wow. This one looks scary. He's like a voodoo guy. He has a voodoo doll here. Ooh, he looks like one of those puffer fish. And it looks like everyone's a zombie, maybe. Infected by his poison. I don't see a name. Oh gosh. That would have to be the worst punishment ever. To be torn apart like that. And what is happening over here? Wow. Could you imagine standing there all day just hung up like that? It'd be horrible. But I guess whoever or whatever they did, they deserve it. Ooh, look at this guy. It's scary. Let's see. I can't really, I mean, some of this is in English, but the writing is just the way that it's written. It's hard to read. But we can just look at the pictures mostly. So he looks like half man, half goat. So I can read this little part. It says, let me fix something here. It says, I have observed the herd-like instinct projected by the, I will butcher this name, I have no idea, the something, Ziggergok on women, as they often come to the day for water. Oh, come to the city for water. As soon as the women are within arm's reach, the smallest appeal becomes an epiphany which the womenfolk cannot resist. Afterwards, they follow him everywhere, like lambs after their mother. Huh. So he must have some charm if he's getting all these ladies to follow him. He has to have something because he looks very scary. There's no way. No way I would want to follow him. Wow. Oh, he's just got all the ladies. Dragazorn. Huh. No idea what this is. Is he like a vampire, maybe? Some sort of a vampire. Lives in a cave, apparently. And they burn him at the stake. Oh, he looks like a turtle, bless his heart. Some kind of lizard turtle hybrid. Yeah, he has a turtle back. He has scales on his arms. Let's see what this says. I don't really know what it says. It's hard to make out. Demon fever. So he's like a dragon, demon dragon. Yeah, it's like a demon dragon. So that would kind of make more sense for the dragons who kidnapped the princesses to look more like this, because you wouldn't imagine like an animal kidnapping a princess. So yeah, that makes more sense. Now he's like stealing all of the gold. So yeah, remember, because dragons are supposed to guard gold in their caves, and that's why most people got killed. They would go to the dragon's lair and try to find the treasures. I would assume they stole the treasures from people, or I don't know how they got the treasures. Maybe dragons are magical. But yeah, it would make more sense if they were half human, stealing gold and treasures and stuff, you know. And here he is fighting a knight. I mean, what do you guys think? I would love to hear your feedback and your ideas on some of these creatures. Okay, so he looks like a bear. So I guess there are anything possible kind of creatures in every culture, in every region of the world. I guess they all have different versions of these animals or creatures. So yeah, so he's a werewolf. I know he was a werewolf in the storyline in the show. So this is apparently what this means, is werewolf. Do you guys know what language this is? Maybe, I don't know what it would be. It's scary. Sealant gut. He looks like a lamb. So I guess there's lambs and then there's werewolf. It says Sela guts are generally docile and do not pose any immediate threat, though they may be bolder and more dangerous when acting as part of the flock. It is rare to find a lone Selagut living outside a flock. So they're basically sheep people. Still acting like sheep. Wow, what's happening here? Ooh, lizard. He's a lizard guy. It says, after 2 days of waiting on Vienna, I confronted the Lurkerschlurken in a dark alley. As I approached, he attacked. Had he recognized me for who I am, he would have not been so bold. His carelessness cost his head, which I severed neatly with one blow. So I guess like the detective, these guys through history were kind of like vampire slayers, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like every generation, there's someone chosen to do this. Like you're born to be a slayer. And apparently that's what he is. It says this lessons, I don't know how to say the word, I'm so sorry, must not have recognized me under the cover of darkness, and was therefore unprepared for my knowing skill and learningness. Our bodies never met, and his strengths were never used before the blade of my sword met his neck. Wow, he must be really fast and fearless. It looks as though he was serious, like he has a serious face. I am impelled not to squeak like a grateful and frightened mouse, but to roar. So he looks like a hawk, some kind of bird, some kind of bird face. Looks like an old photo of a general right there. I wonder if that's a real photo of someone or if it's just like a Photoshop. Because I'm just wondering, are these legends actually based on, based on real life? Ooh, he looks scary. The body of a, I can't pronounce none of these words, skarkarl, is lean and strong, the smell of the dead, wild. So that looks like it was written in Switzerland or German. I think this book is written in German. That's right. I remember it's written in German. Ooh, he looks like a tiger. Scary. Oh gosh, what the hey? She looks like a spider, y'all. Singapore. Ooh. Yeah, she had spider teeth. It's really scary. Really scary. I'm not partial to spiders. I do like spider jewelry, but I do not want like a real spider on me. Ooh, that's so scary, especially when they crawl up the walls like that. Oh, gross. Maybe that's her poison in it, like when she throws it up on you, that it disintegrates your skin. None of this will happen as long as she hasn't kissed him. So she must have the kiss of death. Let's see. The purity of the species must be maintained and completed to please the great ancestors. A pure-blooded female must be chosen at 17 years old for the ritual, and the task must be done under a full moon. What's going on there? Kind of weird ritual. So here we are. They look like lions. So they're doing the gladiator thing. So all of these are cryptids. All of these creatures are cryptids. Do you believe in cryptozoology? Because I do. I believe there's mermaids, Bigfoot, vampires, witches, all of that stuff. Ooh, there's worms on the brain. Gross. He's like giving her a worm and it's going to crawl up into her brain. Oh, that's a no for me. It's so interesting what people come up with. Or maybe, perhaps, they actually have encountered some of these beasts. Someone maybe long ago. So apparently his bones are much larger than a human. There's another cat-looking person. Oh, that's weird looking. It says, having encountered the molten beast twice before I enlisted the help of the high priest, before I had the courage to return up the mountain. So he's he looks like a fire creature, maybe lava creature. Another bird-like creature. Says the gearier feet grow an additional talon on the heel, having attacks from the air more effective. It's just weird that La Llorona is not really a creature. She's more like a spirit or a ghost. And the rest of these are like cryptids. So I wonder why they put her in there. Unless there's more ghosts within here. But all I see is like the cryptids. So I wonder why they included her in that category. So this is apparently the werewolf again. Because that guy there is the werewolf in the storyline. Ew. Scary. don't know, is that a vampire maybe? That looks like an alien. All of these symbols, I'm pretty sure it tells you what they mean, but like I said, I cannot read that right now. It's like really tiny. You would have to get a one of those, what is it? Microfining glass. I can't see it. I remember her. I think she was one of those hexen beasts. Yeah, she was a hexen beast. But she's really pretty, and then she turns into that when she's mad. It's really scary. There's the vampire. That's definitely a bat. And he's doing that with his echo sound. Ew. What is that? Some of these pictures are not making clear of what these creatures are. And I'm surprised they did not show a mermaid. Blade weapons. It says, I came in contact with aggressive predatory. It looks kind of like a rat. Well, that's the end of the story, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Because the show is called Grimm. I don't know, maybe you can find reruns. I don't know exactly which network is running the show, but, you know, I used to really be obsessed with it when it was popular. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye!